Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
How you doing? Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Just a little warning to everyone. Normally we do start at 8 KST for Codes, but if this match, because it looks like it might run over, ends at 7:45 or later, we're just going to take a 10-minute break in between Code A and Codes so everything can get set up. So don't worry if it doesn't turn on exactly.
Don't freak out.
8.
Okay, I don't want kids freaking out on the internet. What's going on?
Canceled the Hydra General match. Sorry, LOL, and that's it. And everyone's like...
So, don't worry if this does roll over. No matter what, we do have a 10-minute break because we do actually have some different staff here for the Code A and Code S. We got to get a few things rotated, you know. We got to wind up the big GSL crank.
We got to plug John in, charge him up a little bit more.
Yeah.
He's actually a
We
robot.
had to change John's batteries. Yeah. So let's take a look at our players for our matchup here. It is going to be, you know him. You should know him at least if you don't. It's Lynn, a War 3 legend with Orc. Him and Grubby.
A great Orc player, Tasteless. But in StarCraft 2, hasn't been that hot yet. Made it into 2 GSLs with Terran, but lost to Xenex Core 1-2 in Season 2, and then SC Toyu 1-2 in Season 3. And so he's really got a lot to prove here, Tasteless. This is a very important match for him.
Yeah, because he barely made it into the last 2 GSLs.
Yeah.
This is the first game of Code A. So
he does not want to drop out of Code A, Tasteless. That would be embarrassing for someone that breaks down a salary like he does from We Made. All right. And then we have, this is actually Lotse Prime, who took out Hydra, the Protoss player, but...
okay, AngelGirl. I'll let
Prime.
you wear that one. You can keep that idea if you really want to have that.
Look, that's a terrible ID. And we have actually been talking about how terrible some of these IDs are. They change their ID all the time.
Yeah.
You can't remember who they are. It's actually important not to do things like that.
AngelGirl.
It's too bad to see an ID
If
like
Girl or Angel wasn't enough for a male player, let's put them together and make AngelGirl. Lotse Prime was a very successful player in Season 1, getting to the final 16.
Yeah. Hit that Nexus on Hydra. Remember that really epic Metalopolis game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really good player.
Series,
we didn't see him, though, in Season 2 and 3, so we don't know if he's managed to keep up with the metagame. You know, I think it's going to go on like this for the first 2 years of StarCraft 2. It's just people are going to be learning stuff so quickly, and, you know, eventually new maps are going to come out, and it's really going to be a matter of can people keep up. You know, what's hilarious about StarCraft 1, back when we started being competitive, was everybody played on Lost Temple.
Yeah.
And suddenly, we kept playing competitively, but there were people that suddenly couldn't play on different maps other than just Lost Temple.
That's very true.
They're like, well, I don't know how to play on a map without a clip and a small ramp. And that might happen here in the future when maps change in future StarCraft 2 tournaments.
Definitely.
People are like, well, I don't know how to not play on maps.
We are going to see a huge rollover of pros. There's going to be constantly new pros filling in for old ones.
Yep.
And eventually we'll get a set that's a little bit more stable.
Right.
But right now we're going to see a lot of people wash out. No question about that. As the game progresses, some people just figure out things that are good for a while, and they, like bit by bit Prime is a perfect
trend
example.
strats, yeah. Here are the maps now.
Scrap Station, Lost Temple, Jungle Basin. We made Fox's Lynn. Took out Blistering Sands. Doesn't want to play some crazy all-in game, I guess. Delta Quadrant taken out for AngelGirl Prime. I really don't like calling him that.
I'm going to call him AngelGirl. He picked the idea. I'll call him that all day.
Will ya?
Yeah, I'm not... AngelGirl.
Well, anyways, it's TVP, so I like the map set overall. The last map is going to be pretty hard for We Made Fox's Lynn if AngelGirl decides that he wants to do some aggressive warp gate all-inning.
So, Scrap Station. I don't know if this is going to be a good map for a former War 3 pro on. I think Lost Temple might be a better map to start on. Scrap Station is so much about the architecture of the map, and it's so weird. I mean, look, Scrap Station is a map that, even for a StarCraft 1 pro, it's like, okay, I got to really think about what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Once the mid-game picks up and everything, and then late game, that map is very complicated.
Yeah.
So that might be tough for Len. We'll see. I don't know. The game is loading. Let's see if I can sync up the outro for this with the intro of the next thing. It's going to happen maybe right now. I did it, Artosis. It's not easy. I never know when it's going to come. In the red, our Terran player. He is called
Foxman.
I got Kamehameha. Lynn, former War 3 Pro. In the blue, we have a name that I would never name myself, but that's his prerogative.
천사소녀 프라임 위.
AngelGirl Prime.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
I might go with, like, what would I do? Devilman EG.
Devilman EG.
Okay, so remember, Lynn is very, very accomplished. I really have a lot of respect for this guy.
Yeah, he's a great War 3 player.
Yeah, he's really legendary.
But he's kind of in the same boat as Moon, where he hasn't really done anything.
It's like we know that his potential on an RTS game is tremendous, but yeah, we haven't seen them do anything mind-blowing yet.
Yeah.
I remember, before StarCraft was out, people would play the alpha at BlizzCon. People would be like, "Did you guys hear that Moon beat Savior?" Like something random like that. In an alpha in a game they never played before. I'm like, wow, that doesn't mean anything at all. I don't know why you're talking like this in this voice. But now, now that we've actually had tournaments and players have had time to practice, builds are, players are from War 3 have not been able to accomplish as much, at least not in the Korean scene. We do have players like DeMuslim dominating in the non-Korean scene. Nexus first.
Yeah. Now, this is actually a pretty good map for Nexus first.
Yeah.
Of course, after you go for the Nexus, you're going to have to skip a couple probes to get your gateway up, to get your assimilator up. He's going to want to get a very fast second gateway, as well as a cybernetic score pretty quickly here. And there's some tricks with this. You got to be careful, because some of the one base all-in stuff that Terran does can be quite hard to stop.
Yeah.
You're going to want to chrono boost out your first two Stalkers. You need those Stalkers very quickly. You also need an early Zealot.
This is actually a StarCraft 1 build.
Yes.
Almost to the T.
Yeah.
So, if I understand correctly, I believe AngelGirl Prime is a StarCraft 1 player.
Probably.
I believe.
I think most of Prime is actually
competitive.
Warcraft 3 players, though. The core of it was definitely Warcraft 3 to start. I'm not completely sure on that, but
I'll have to check on this. I believe he actually was a StarCraft player.
Okay.
I'm not. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm okay being wrong, but we'll see. So,
that's actually my new thing, Tasis, is I announce if I'm not sure about something. If I'm wrong, don't tell me. I don't want 400 people to actually message me and be like, "You're wrong.
You're a human. You make mistakes."
Like, I'm sorry. I really thought I read that
now,
somewhere.
Lynn is handling this incorrectly right off the bat. Wait, can you check from your toast? Lynn does not have vision of the Nexus, right? But even if he...
No, he doesn't.
But even if he didn't, he should see that everything is late coming out of the Protoss'
He has
base.
to know, doesn't he?
And then he's making a bunker. So, I mean, does he know? Look, there's a bunker at his
Oh, my
ramp.
God, you're right.
He's making a bunker.
Oh, now he scouts it. Okay.
Is he going to salvage it right
Lynn
now?
has no idea about this build. You're
I
quite
have
right.
no idea why he's making a bunker.
I didn't notice that, but
He's
you're
like,
right,
I better
Tasteless.
defend against the units he doesn't have.
Yeah. Now, he is kind of banking on some Hellions popping out and doing some damage. One thing I would like to point out, because a lot of you guys probably haven't seen this build from Protoss yet, it's not very popular, although it should be because it's so good against Terran. You're not going to want to make any sentries. You want to make Zealots and Stalkers.
If you get sentries, you're just going to be killed.
Yeah.
You're going to make a force field and be like, oh,
yeah.
Artosis is absolutely correct.
Yeah, you want absolutely just to have so many units that no matter what they send at you, you can kill it. Now, the problem here is, see this cloak with a Banshee being made, you have to also be very careful. If you don't, for instance, he should have already sent a Zealot over here, seen that bunker, and gone for robotics. This build order, you have to, it's very specific what you do with it. If you think that, oh, it looks like Hellions are being made. But anyways, as what I was saying, if you think that they're going to tech, because you see a bunker, you have to get robotics. If you don't, you have to make a bunch of warp gates, because that means it can be a Marine Marauder all in. But he is not doing that. The Cloaked Banshee could be very strong in this situation.
Okay, here come the Hellions now.
Yeah, Hellions popping out. See how many probe kills they can get. Just one
Whoa.
so far.
AngelGirl is actually stacking probes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's like, hey, would you like to eat these? Already 9 kills on these.
Well,
10 kills now.
uh-oh. Might be more than that now, Artosis.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that force
11.
field.
And it gets away.
Excuse me. You know, I gotta say, this Protoss should have probably checked for a floating factory. It's not.
Yeah, no,
It's not
he
common,
should
but
have
it's like
stuff.
predictable.
He should have a better building placement where he can see every corner of his base. Just no reason not to. Now the expansion is going to come in, but there is a photon cannon warp in, so that is one good thing, one redeemable thing about AngelGirl Prime's build. We'll have some detection up there.
All right, Lin might actually win this because, frankly, he's killing off every single probe in the game.
Yeah, he's killing a lot of probe stasis. Right now, it's 30 SCVs against 23 probes.
Getting a cannon is a bad decision here. I'm AngelGirl.
No,
That's almost as bad as naming yourself AngelGirl.
you know, as I was saying, absolutely, you have to send out your first Zealot or at least a probe. Do they have a bunker? If they have a bunker, it means tech.
Well, it doesn't actually matter. You know, if Lin gets a bunker in this spot, all right, well, that wasn't a good idea because Protoss couldn't attack you right away. But the Protoss is not making good decisions here. I mean, why wouldn't you get a Robo when you see the, I don't know. And to get a Forge later on, like, oh, okay. I don't know. I'm a little sad, Artosis.
Yeah. That's okay. He is warping in a robotics facility. He is trying to refill his probes. 33 SCVs against 27 probes right now. Does have those 2 Nexuses.
Nexi.
Yeah.
Lin is owning pretty hard here. Despite having a slightly messy start.
Yeah. And, well, I like what Lin's doing here because he's forced a lot of anti-air. Now he's getting Marauders to take down Stalkers. And he's already got a Raven. So he's going to have a very nice timing push with an expansion up. You know, he's not just going to all in after this. He's like, all right, I've killed a lot of probes. I'm ahead. Do I want to go and try to kill him, or do I want to try to get further ahead? Oh, further ahead because I'm a pro.
He's using the Artosis rule.
There you go.
Solid StarCraft players follow that rule.
Yeah.
You don't need to kill it. I mean, if there's a window where it's like, well, if I don't kill him now, he'll get ahead. But I mean, if the guy's just behind and you're like, well, I can either get more ahead or I can take a risk, just get ahead.
You know, there are situations where you actually do want to go kill your opponent, but they're very rare. I'll point them out from time to time, but normally this is the way to do it.
Now he has an observer.
Yeah. Scouting all around everywhere, even scouting Lin's base quite a bit. But he's going to find himself behind economically, behind army-wise. Supplies right now, we have Lin with 86, 68 for AngelGirl.
As you can see, the bridge here is going to be opened up. This is going to be uncomfortable for Protoss because Protoss is already behind.
His army is so ill-equipped to deal with anything Terran has right now.
Yeah.
He just does not have a lot of units. That's the point of getting that Nexus first, is that you can get out so many more units than Terran that you can just overpower them.
Yeah.
But, he did, you know, he got those sentries instead of investing in more units. That'll slow Lin down, but,
I don't know if this is a pressure build or not, because he is forcing AngelGirl to just crank. Hold that thought. Nice point defense drone, but very nice force build as well.
That's right. There was some good force fields right there.
Banshee's here doing damage.
Yeah, the Banshee's doing quite sick damage there. Forcing back the army of AngelGirl. More Marauders and Marines and Medevacs and Banshees coming on the way. And you will not be able to hold this Tasteless. Looks like this is going to be game.
Lin, definitely deserving the win here. Much better than AngelGirl.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know, AngelGirl here absolutely just didn't understand the build order that he was using.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up pretty well, Artosis. I mean, he didn't seem to know how to execute the build after getting that first, you know, after the Nexus finishes. I don't know.
He just, it wasn't a full understanding of the build order. That's okay. It's a pretty new build order, but you can't just take a build order on a piece of paper and be like, all right, this is what I'll use. No, you actually have to understand the forks of it, what you're looking for, emergency scenarios, what you do. And AngelGirl didn't do that. So Lin takes that early lead, 1-0. An important win on Scrap Station.
Yeah.
He's going to have to win one of Lost Temple and Jungle Basin coming up, Tasteless.
Lost Temple. It is a map in War 3. Lin's played on it a lot. It was not a large map variety in War 3, so he's played on it a lot.
A lot.
Probably more than I played StarCraft, Lost Temple, and StarCraft 1.
It's hard to imagine anyone's played more Lost Temple than me, Tasteless. The amount of games that I actually played on that old map.
Well, I look at Python, man. I'm like, man, so many
I have seen
days,
some stuff on Python.
weeks of my life. I should have not played on that map as much as I did. All right, Lost Temple. Lin's got to be feeling good.
Yeah.
He made a mistake at the start. You don't make a bunker against somebody who's making a Nexus.
Yeah, he didn't scout
Because you know what?
the Nexus.
Nexuses, they don't get feet and they don't walk towards you and attack you.
Oh, they aren't like command centers.
They can't do that. Okay? Command center might float towards your base and land next to you, make a planetary fortress. There's less than a 1% chance of that ever happening, ever.
Yeah.
But Nexus can't even do that. So that was a mistake for him to make a bunker, but he played the rest of the game fine. The countdown's begun. Get ready. Let's see if our War 3 Pro can dominate in StarCraft 2 as well, or if somebody named AngelGirl is actually going to win a Code match. Let's find out here in a moment. Actually, we should find out right now. We're in the game, so hopefully we'll get that screen up for you guys pretty soon. Wow. Let's go now.